Hey, it's Rahim. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button because I share property investment tips, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. January 15, 2023, an investor rang me, desperately looking for help. He is a gentleman who's working really hard. He's a nurse, working long hours, but he's desperately worried about only making money whilst his work, and all the money he's been making really is going on bills, mortgages, and expenses and all that sort of thing. He's worried that he's at the point where he's not making residual income, and all the money that he's been working, he's got nothing to show for it, and he's in a situation where everything he gets literally goes down the drain. As how he puts it, it's like a bucket that has a massive hole underneath it. No matter how much water has been pouring into that bucket keeps, the water keeps going away because there's a massive hole underneath it. And he was in a situation where he really desperately wanted to change his situation. So he approached me, told me about his situation, explained everything what I've just told you, and he said he wanted to start properties. I vetted him, asked him all the questions I may ask about why he's interested in investing and what is the motivation factor and all that sort of thing. He turned around and told me all this amazing stuff, and then I asked him, how much money do you have ready to invest? He paused 30 seconds. He said, believe me or not, I haven't got anything to invest, but I'm really ambitious. I really want to get into properties. I don't care how much work I need to put in. I said, okay, I hear you. But seriously, how much have you got to start your investment journey? And then he honestly told me, look, bro, I haven't got money to start my investment journey. All I could say, I'm ready to make it work. I said, okay. I said, not a problem. I'm getting to join some of my investment programs, and we learn and go through so many stuff. So what we discovered is basically everybody around him was poor. Nobody had any money to borrow him. He went to friends, he went to family, he went to extended family. Nothing really worked, and he hasn't got any money. He was in bad debt as well. He's got so many credit card debt, and I realized it's difficult to help people like this. So what we then sat down and do is to do something that we call discovery. Said, okay, now we've got to raise money anywhere. All the people you know don't have money. So how about looking within us and see what we can take advantage of? We looked left, right, and center. During the conversation, he said, then I asked him, where do you live? He tells me, and then how many bedrooms he's living in. He told me all that. And I said to him, why are you using all the bedrooms in your property? He turned around and said, actually, no, there's one bedroom that is vacant that we use for our children when they're back from university, when they come holidays and all that sort of thing. So we've got that bedroom there as a spare bedroom. I said, okay, that's fine. So, and then I spoke to the gentleman. I said, how about if we can rent that room to someone that wants to stay? Then he said, oh, my wife will not have any of it. She doesn't like to live with people. She just like her own privacy and all that sort of thing. But really, Rahim, is there any other alternative to make this happen for me? I said, well, it's difficult. You cannot raise money. You don't have time to go and look for the strategies we suggested you do. I think we just have to rent the property. So what I did at that point is to ask him a few quick questions about his wife and what his wife is like. So he told me his wife don't like to share stuff. He likes what his wife wants his privacy, etc. And then I said, okay, that's good. Let's come up with something that would maybe allow us to do what we want to do. So I said, how about would your wife consider having someone in the property maybe for 1 night or 2 nights and something like that? He goes like, she might, but I'm not sure she would be able to accept that as well. So then I said, what we're going to do in our next call, how about if we can bring your wife in and see if I can hear a little bit about her background and what she kind of intends to do with that bedroom, see if I can convince her to rent the bedroom out. So she said, okay, good luck with that, bro. I'm not sure you're going to convince her. But yeah, I'm happy for her to join our next call. So our next call, his wife come in, he come in, they sat on the chair. I remember them vividly. Wife sitting on the right and he was sitting on the left. So talked to the wife. The wife was absolutely lovely. She's beaming. She's literally happy seeing me, saw my videos and all that sort of thing. And then I said, look, what do you think about, we've looked at raising funds, but really struggling here, to be honest. We couldn't raise funds, but we realized you've got a vacant bedroom in your property. So how about if we could rent that property out? Is that something that you could allow us to do to raise a bit of money? Whoa, I had the backlash like that. No, 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 no. I am not going to rent my bedroom to anyone. That is for my children when they come back from university. I was like, whoa, okay. Take it easy, missus. And I asked her that because I know she's going to reject that. I knew she's going to reject it from what her husband told me already. Okay, that's not what I want, by the way. Then I said, look, okay, how about if you can have someone in that room for maybe a couple of days a week, or maybe three nights a week? Is that something that you could accommodate, knowing that he's not living with you consistently? Is that something that you're willing to explore? And by the way, you don't have to rent it all the time as well. You could kind of rent it only the time when your children are not visiting or when they're not at home. Is that something that you would willing to kind of look into? At that point, she was like, yeah, I do not mind that. As long as the person is not living with us, I have my privacy. It's not going to my sitting room and it's not going to use my kitchen every single day. I'm happy. I am okay with it. So then I was like, okay, that's fine. Not a problem at all. So what we could do then, if you're happy with that, we can kind of put that property in a platform online, so where we can advertise to people that are going out, contractors, people that are going out, tourists that are only staying for maybe a night or so, maybe a couple of nights or so. Is that something that you could be okay with, having your property online? Not the whole property, by the way, maybe just the bedroom and the sitting room and the kitchen, and the bathroom, so the person can see what sort of property that is. And obviously we're not showing your address outside as well. People would not know what we are doing. Is that something that you would be okay with? She was like, okay, Rahim, as long as he's not living with me, he's staying here for a couple of days, and my children can live in their bedroom when they want to, I'm happy to do that. That was news to me. I was like, boom, we've got her convinced. I got her excited. Okay, she was like, okay, no problem. She was getting excited now. And then I said, listen, if you do that, you're not just having someone to live in your house, you're also going to be making a bit of money out of that as well. How does that sound? She was like, really? I was like, yeah, you're going to be making more money than if you were to rent it to a normal tenant. Okay, so she was so excited. Literally, she was more excited than her husband now. She was literally, no problem at all. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. As long as he's not living there, it's okay. The husband was excited as well. So we said, okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to paint and decorate that room, get it set up nicely, amazingly. So even when your children comes to visit, they'll be like, whoa, mom, what have you done to this room? It's going to look absolutely amazing. So we did all that. And then we listed the property in a platform called Airbnb. So what I like us to do now is to go through those figures to learn about what that mother and the father made from just renting one bedroom in their own property, which we then use to obviously start investing in property. Let's get to the board so I can walk you through the figures. Okay, so they were living in a house, right? This is the door. They have one bedroom here, and another bedroom here. So obviously the double room, right, was for the husband and wife. They have their young children here, and that single room, okay, the third bedroom was the single room for their children for when they come back from university so they can stay. Okay, so what we do, because they have a young child in this room, only one child, so what we do, we convinced her to get her child to start living in the single bedroom. Okay, the reason why I get her to convince her daughter to live in the single room is because the bathroom is very close to this bedroom. And obviously, this room is also bigger. So the daughter moved here, and then we set this property up now, this bedroom here. We had a bed, we had a side drawer there, we had the table, we have all this stuff here, and we had a little TV somewhere here. Okay, so we set that up nicely, and then what we then do, we then whack that property online. Obviously, there's so many stuff behind it. I'm just going to summarize because obviously it will take me probably a couple of hours to explain all the process with you. This is just to inspire you. So what we did then, we take that bedroom, okay, we set that property up nicely, as I've just said, we set the bedroom nicely. So that bedroom was going for £40 per night. Okay, £40 per night. And then we set the occupancy rate at 70%. So £40 per night times the 21 days, which is 70%, that gives us 800. That gives us £840 per month. So in essence, that one double bedroom that has been vacant for God knows how long is now generating them £840. So here's the thing I told them. I said, once you start making that much money, do not go and start buying stuff. Don't start going on holidays or saving that money to go on holiday, or start spending it in food on whatever you want to spend it. So what I like you to do is to leave that money in an account, okay? Leave that money, do not touch it, let it just brew in there. So what we then do, we hold that money, we held to that money for 12 months. Okay, in 12 months, that rental income was now £10,000. Obviously, forget the pennies, right? £10,000. So in our first year, we made £10,000. So what we then do after the first year, now we've got £10,000. So what we did, we used £5,000 of that £10,000 to go and execute a strategy called rent service accommodation. Okay. We spent that £5,000. We created one serviced accommodation here. Okay. So once we've done that, we used the other £5,000. Guess what? We did the exact same thing. Let's say we went and did another property. Okay. So you can see now they're still making their £840 here every single month. And now, with the £10,000, you have to be patient on this. It took them a year, but they stayed the course. With that £5,000 each, they're able to go and get properties that was generating them about £900 per calendar month every single month. So if you times that up now, so if you add that up now, it's £1,800. They're making £1,800 from their investment property plus the £840, which now generate them an income of £2,640 per calendar month. That's what they're making now every single month. So where the magic happens is when they bear themselves to save that money. When they hit £5,000, we invested in the first property. When they hit another £5,000, we invested it in another property. So now they are making that much money every single month without worrying about their job, without worrying about working ridiculous long hours. And now the wife herself now is working part-time because she doesn't need to work full-time anymore, because they're earning enough money every single month to allow one of the parents to stay home and look after their daughter. If you look at it now, by 12 months, they are on £31,600. £31,600. Imagine now what they will do with that £31,000. They can go again, do the same process. Go and get another rental service accommodation. Go and get another rental service accommodation until they get to a point where they don't need to get a rental service accommodation anymore. What they now start to do, they will start buying their own properties. So they contact me a couple of weeks ago saying, you know what, Rahim, we're making enough money now. We're looking to start buying houses. And guess what? By the end of this year, I'll be working with them to get their first buy to let investment property. It is absolutely brilliant to use formulas like this or strategies like this to get you a little bit closer to financial freedom. Here's a question for you. Do you have a bedroom in your property that you're not using? Do you know a family member, maybe your mother, your father, your uncle, got a bedroom that they've never used or they don't use? They only leave that for visitors. Have you thought about maybe speaking with these people and see if you can do something similar to this? If you've got the house, it's even better. You could go and do this without seeking anybody else's permission, obviously apart from your partner, like what this gentleman did. And these are the little things you could be doing that would generate you a bit of money, but that could be something that would take you out of the rat race if you don't love the rat race, so you can go on to property full-time and generate generational wealth. I really hope this video has excited you. If you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you.